Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my first update for my project 10 uses Roulette, and I'm really excited to film this because two of the products I picked randomly in the intro I have already used 10 times, so I will be able to roll in two new products. And anyways, I have really been enjoying this project. It's fun when my goal is not to finish a product, but I just want to get more use out of the things I already have, because I often neglect other products than those that I'm planning. So it has been really fun for me to do this project. All the information about this project is down below, but the idea is that I randomize 10 products and my goal is to use them 10 times, and then it's a rolling project. So as I said, two of these products I have already used 10 times, and the first is an eyeshadow from the Urban Decay Naked Smoky eyeshadow palette, and I randomized the shade Whiskey. That is the matte brown eyeshadow. This is a cooler toned matte brown. Let me show you a close-up picture what this eyeshadow looked like before the 10 uses and what it looks like now. And over there you can see a swatch of this eyeshadow. I used Whiskey mainly during the past month as a brow powder, and that's how I was able to get the 10 uses out of it so quickly. I think I wore it only once as an eyeshadow. I do like it as an eyeshadow, however, if I'm going for dark matte brown eyeshadow, I do have still the shade Cypress Amber in my Panda palette. I'm panning the ABH Modern Renaissance, so I will prioritize that. However, Whiskey truly is for me a perfect brow powder color because it's so cool toned, it doesn't clash with my cooler blonde hair, and also I do prefer right now a little bit darker brows. This is dark enough but not too dark, so it's really perfect for me, and I'm really happy I got the 10 uses out of it already. Today I am, by the way, not wearing Whiskey as brow powder. I'm wearing Cypress Amber from my Panda palette as well as a warm top. Okay, so in my intro I randomized 3 eyeshadows from the ABH Modern Renaissance to this project, and one of them I already used for 10 times. My original goal was to use all of those 3 for 10 times, but that was a little bit too much. But I hope I can get the 10 uses up by the next update with the 2 remaining shades. But let's first talk about the eyeshadow I used for 10 times, and it is the shade Red Ochre. Let me show you again a close-up picture of the shade before and after the 10 uses. I don't want to show this palette to you right now because I don't want to give too much spoilers for my Panda palette update, but I can definitely see more progress in Red Ochre. There wasn't really even a proper dip in it before this project, but now there is, and I know these eyeshadows are not deep, and I know the pan is not too far away. I should upload my next Panda palette update video in a week, so next week's Friday, and I don't know if I can hit pan on this eyeshadow by 10. We'll see. It can be challenging, but it's not impossible. But yeah, I'm really happy to see some progress in this eyeshadow. This is not something I would typically wear a lot during this time of year, because usually during springtime I'm more into cooler toned looks and light looks like I'm wearing today, and Red Ochre is really warm and rich color. I have swatched it over here. I'm really glad I got the 10 uses out of it, but I still will need to hit pan on this shade by the end of June, because that is my goal when I want to have pan in all of the shades in Modern Renaissance. But now I honestly don't think the pan is too far away anymore. Let's talk next about the another 2 eyeshadows in my Panda palette. First one of these is Buen Fresco, and I have swatched it over here. So Buen Fresco is the dusty mauve kind of shade. and this is honestly quite bad. I wore this for 9 times. And you know, it's good that I wore it 9 times since the last update, but why it's bad is that I was supposed to wear it today so that I could get the 10 uses up, but I wasn't feeling like wearing this color, so I decided not to wear it. And it was only one more use, I know, but you know, I have been really focused on this eyeshadow during the past couple of months. Like in 2020 I have been really focused on this, and I have worn it multiple times a week often, and I'm just starting to get really sick of it, and today I wasn't feeling like wearing a cool toned shade like this. So yeah, this I wore 9 times during the past month, but what's positive in this is that for sure there's at least something that I have used 10 times by the next update, because as I said, it's only one more use and I will have 10 uses up for this eyeshadow. Then the third eyeshadow from Modern Renaissance that I selected randomly to this project is this one over here, and it is Love Letter. Love Letter is kind of like a cooler toned, deeper pinky or berry shade, and it's matte. Both of these are matte. Love Letter I only wore 3 times. And I'm not too mad at myself, like I'm more mad that I didn't get the 10 uses out of Buon Fresco. But not with Love Letter, because I just felt like I need a break. I wore it a lot in February and I was able to hit pan on Love Letter in February. And I do get really easily sick of colorful eyeshadows like this, so I'm fine with taking a break. I used it 3 times, so I'm not sure if I can get the 10 uses from this eyeshadow by the next update in a month, but at least by May's update I will get the 10 uses. And then in the intro I randomized 3 more eyeshadows into this project, and all of those 3 are different variations of pink. Actually, all of these 5 eyeshadows that I now have left in this project are different variations of pink. So let's continue with this eyeshadow that is swatched over here, this matte light pink. It is an eyeshadow from the BH Cosmetics Modern Matte Eyeshadow Palette. And it is this eyeshadow over here, so the second lightest pink. And this one I used 5 times during the past month, so I'm pretty happy with my uses. I'm actually wearing it today as a lid shade. My complete look is actually today from this palette, so on my lid I'm wearing this, then I'm wearing this as transition shade, this one in my crease and outer corner, and this as a brow bone highlighter. I actually do like this eyeshadow quite much as a lid shade, especially with brown crease like I'm wearing today. I think it's a really springy and pretty look, and it's quite neutral and quite everyday appropriate. I do really much love the look I'm wearing today, and that's probably how I'm going to get more uses out of it. But I have also tried different things with it. I tried to set my eye primer with it once, and let me tell you, that was a mistake. It's way too deep for me to set my eye primer with it. My eyes looked sick, honestly, so it wasn't a pretty look. But I have also tried to wear it kinda as the very first transition shade if I'm going in with Buon Fresco over here after that. But then it's not really a visible color. I feel it mainly makes Buon Fresco just a little bit more pink, when without this pink eyeshadow under it, it pulls more mauve. Anyway, it's really springy color, really seasonally appropriate, so I'm sure I will get the 10 uses out of this one by the next update. The next eyeshadow I selected to this project is the shade Tart from the Juvia's Place The Douche eyeshadow palette, and the shade Tart is this duochrome shade over here, so it's like a lilac pink duochrome, and it is swatched over there. I only wore this eyeshadow once during the past month, and I was boring and wore it just as inner corner highlighter. So I need to step up my game with this eyeshadow. I need to try different ways to wear it, maybe combine it with some looks that I can create from my Panda palette. The thing is that I'm not the biggest fan of duochrome eyeshadows, especially this kind of duochromes, but at least it is a fun pop of color to my inner corner if I want that. This is again something that is seasonally really appropriate right now, so it's good time of year to try to get more uses out of it. However, I don't think I can get the 10 uses out of it by the next update, but at least I want to try different looks using that eyeshadow. And then the last eyeshadow I selected to this project in the intro is an eyeshadow from the Seattle London Olivia Palermo eyeshadow palette, and it is the shimmery light pink eyeshadow over here. I have swatched the eyeshadow over here. I didn't wear this eyeshadow at all during the past month, but that's because I'm still working on Vermeer from my Panda palette, and I decided that I will not wear this one until I have used Vermeer up. Something I think I forgot to mention is that my goal is always to use the products 10 times during 6 months. So I do still have 5 more months with this palette, and Vermeer it should take maybe 2 months that it's gone, so I'm not too worried about the eyeshadow in this palette. Okay, so those were all of the eyeshadows I selected to this project in the intro, and there's 3 more products to talk about before selecting the new products. So I randomized 1 liquid lipstick, 1 blush and 1 highlighter. So let's start with the lipstick. It is the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Rose Madder, and it is swatched over here. So it is this rosy pink shade. This lipstick I wore only once during the past month, but I do want to get more uses out of it during the next month. I think the biggest reason why I didn't wear this more is that it is still a pretty bold lipstick. Like, it's definitely a colorful lipstick. It's not even close to being like a pinky nude or something like that. And I just think that it clashes with Buon Fresco over here. That has been one of the eyeshadows I have been focused on most during the past month. And also it's no way something that goes with Red Ochre over here. So that's the biggest reason why I didn't wear it. I think this lipstick is something that it requires a more neutral look with it. But I'm sure I will get more uses out of it by the next update, because I think it is a beautiful springy color. I just need to keep this lipstick as the star of my makeup look. Then I selected 2 face powder products, so 1 blush and 1 highlighter, and both of these are something that I personally think they are not the best for me now that I don't have any tan, and they are for sure something that work on my skin tone better if I have even just a little bit of tan. So because of that, I think they are going to be in this project for a little bit longer. But the blush I actually wore once during the past month, and the blush is the Milani Baked Blush in Bellissimo Bronze. This is a really warm bronzy blush, and it definitely does pull orange, and it is swatched over here. I wore it once and it is okay if I wear it now with a warmer toned look, but I need a really light hand, otherwise it's going to look muddy. But it is a pretty color, it's just something I prefer. When I'm tanned, it actually looks stunning then with bronzy looks. Then the highlighter I randomized is this one over here. It is the Depotted from the Ofra Glow Up palette, so it is the Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. It is one of my favorite highlighters. It is like the most stunning gold highlighter ever, and there it's swatched. However, right now that I don't have tan, it's even maybe a little bit darker than my skin tone, so I just don't think I can pull it off right now. Maybe if I layered it under something lighter, it could work. However, I do have so many beautiful highlighters that do work for me now that I am my palest. But this is in summer probably my favorite highlighter. So I'm sure when the summer comes I will quickly be able to get the 10 uses out of this. Okay, so it's finally time to pick the 2 new products, which is for me the most exciting part of this update. I do have at the moment 322 products here on my list, and products that I have included to my list are all of my eyeshadows, blushes, highlighters, lip products, nail polishes and perfumes. I think that's all. So those are the things I have in. I have updated this since the last update. I have gotten some new things to my collection. I will probably somewhere in the beginning of April film a whole video of things I have purchased in the beginning of the year. Then I have used up some things, I have decluttered some things, but I'm not going to go too much in depth for those things in this video. I always will mention those things in other videos. I have here in my pretty random app numbers from 1 to 322. Oh, and by the way, everything I picked last update I have taken off from the list. First is 15, and oh my god, I'm pretty sure I am pretty sure that 15 is an eyeshadow from my Panda palette. I cannot believe my luck. Like all the products that I have in my collection, I get only eyeshadows from my Panda palette. Well, not only. This list is in alphabetical order and I am pretty sure that 15 is an eyeshadow from Modern Renaissance, but we'll see. Yes, it is an eyeshadow from Modern Renaissance. And it is the shade Warm Taupe. Well, I will say that I will for sure get the 10 uses out of that. I like to wear it both as eyeshadow and as brow powder, but let me first pick the palette up again. So here is the palette and here is Warm Taupe swatched. I was thinking about this before I started this project last month, but I decided to include all the products, even those that I'm panning, because not all of the products I'm panning are something I will be finishing up. So that's why they are included. I just can't believe my luck that I keep choosing products or eyeshadows from my Panda palette in this project constantly, but once they are picked once, I cannot pick them ever again. That's at least positive. And hopefully some eyeshadows I will be able to finish up before I select them. Warm Taupe is over here. Today I do have it on my brows, on the inner part of my brows, and I do really like it. I also think it will look beautiful in my crease if I have this matte pink from the BH Cosmetics palette. If I have that on my lid like I have today, I think Warm Taupe will be beautiful in the crease. So I'm actually quite sure I will be able to get the 10 uses out of this eyeshadow by the next update. But there is still one more product to choose, and hopefully we get something else than an eyeshadow from my Panda palette. Those are, by the way, now I do have the list open, those are numbers from 7 to 16, so let's hope we get something else. 277. I will say that I am not too excited about this. It is an eyeshadow. It's from the Palm Meet Matte Nude eyeshadow palette and it's the shade Matte Wood, and I'm pretty sure it is the really deepest matte brown in the palette, and I'm panning a matte brown dark eyeshadow in Modern Renaissance. Okay, so this is my C palette and Matte Wood is this eyeshadow in the right lower corner. So as you can see, it is a deep matte brown. I will say that this is one of the oldest eyeshadows in my collection. I do have it swatched over here. The Balm Meet Matte Nude palette was one of my oldest palettes and I deposited it and kept only the eyeshadows I liked. So here is the eyeshadow swatched and I had to build up this swatch. This is 3 swipes of product to get it this intense. So the quality is not anymore where it once was. But yeah, I think my plan with this one is to not use it before Cyprus Amber from Modern Renaissance is used up. My goal was to get Cyprus Amber used up by the next update, but I don't think I will be able to do it. But I should be able to use it up by April's update, and after that I will start wearing this. I actually do quite like this color. It is kind of like neutral brown. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, so I think it's something I could easily wear both on my eyes and on my brows. But certainly not the most exciting product to pick. But that is, you know, the idea of this project, to select stuff randomly, and that's what I'm doing. Overall, I'm really happy with the color palette I'm working on during the next month. The pinks are totally really spring appropriate colors, and I'm sure I will be able to get the 10 uses up for many of these products by the next update. That was everything for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in my next one. Bye bye!